The United States needs to apologize to NATO. Hello, I'm Eric Nakame. I'm a political opinion writer who is on Substack, and I also like to share my political thoughts on YouTube. My newest article on Substack, which I will cite here in the description, is about my opinion that the United States needs to form a closer relationship, a closer alliance with our NATO allies. President Trump has done a terrible job at solidifying this once unified alliance of great nations who have made sure that the world has been at peace and democracy has flourished since World War II. Just very briefly, we see insults from President Trump to our NATO allies. We see butting up to Vladimir Putin rather than supporting Ukraine and giving them what they need in their war. And by the way, President Zelensky and the Ukrainians have been a big help in the fight against these Iranian drones that our great military apparently does not seem to be at a large enough, skill enough set to defend against. I would think the United States would have the best drones military system in the world, and it doesn't for some reason. So there's a question there. What I've written is what would be an apology to our NATO allies for all of the mistreatments, culminating in really what was the biggest issue to come up that really, I think, pushed our NATO allies away was when President Trump started to discuss invading with military force Greenland, which in a loose umbrella is actually part of the NATO alliance. So I want to read just a little bit of this here for you, and I will put the link. The United States comes to you in friendship and peace, wishing to make amends. The United States is requesting the opportunity for a new relationship with our allies by simply expressing to you an open and sincere apology. Specifically, a formal apology on behalf of the American people must be expressed on statements regarding the potential military takeover of Greenland by the U.S. military. The United States wishes to formally apologize to the people of Greenland and Denmark for such barbaric statements, unbecoming of a nation that seeks to defend freedom, world peace, and individual liberty. Yeah, I'm skipping around a little bit. You can read this on your own. If we may, let us begin discussions on the war in Ukraine and the war in Iran. The United States reaffirms our commitment to aid the Ukrainian government, and we welcome a meeting with NATO leaders and President Zelensky so that American leaders can understand how best the United States can assist Ukraine in its fight for freedom. Lately, the United States has not been a very good ally to nations with whom we have had such a close friendship and great admiration for. To our allies in NATO, we express our commitment to your security and prosperity as you are committed to ours. To our friends in London, Paris, Berlin, and Rome, we extend the hand of friendship and allegiance to the freedom that Western culture has developed throughout the centuries. To our friends in Denmark and Greenland, we look forward to a mutually beneficial friendship and many opportunities to solidify our broken relationship, which the United States damaged and for which we as a people intend to repair. Lastly, we extend a note to our friends, our North American family, just across the border, the great Canadian people. Canada, our longtime friend, ally, and trading partner, deserves to be treated with proper respect and dignity as one of the great nations of the world. The United States pledges to honor and acknowledge Canada's independence, as well as to thank Canada for being the neighbor to our north that has always been there in friendship and kindness, the true definition of a good neighbor. The United States pledges to change course on our tariff policy with Canada and focus on developing a relationship that encourages free trade. The United States can win economically without placing unreasonable tariffs on our close trading neighbor right at our front steps. We look forward to creating an environment of collaboration between Canadian and American businesses, as well as have increased tourism activities between our peoples, whether that be Americans traveling to the great city of Montreal or Canadians traveling to the American beaches in Florida or the Carolinas. So that's just a little portion of this article. I welcome you to read the article for yourself on Substack. Thank you so much for my, well, not 59, now 58. Oh, come on, folks. I'm sharing some good ideas here. To my 58 subscribers on YouTube, thanks so much. Be well. Have a great day.